Alright, welcome back everyone. It's the second half of tonight's Rwl Sn Rl in the ATL. Wally Cardell, Johnny Bianco, and Tex Lynch, ready for more major matchups. The precursor to Monday's Memorial Day Sn Rl and Rage Special.
Correct as usual, Wally, for big-time matches, and everyone a contributing factor to future events on Monday. And man, I can't wait to get started.
Yo, Tex, about tonight's second half opener. I was under the impression that American Powers was taking off to train for their title rematch with the Angels of Anarchy. So, what's with Liberty Bell Danielle in the opening match?
I never give cryptic answers, Wally, except for tonight. That is for Danielle to know and for us to mind our business about. Alright, well, let's begin the second half as Showbiz, joined by Tatiana, gets set to go one-on-one in their third encounter together with Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote with Patty Powers by her side.
Welcome back, fans. Our second half opening contest is a non-title match set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Tatiana from San Francisco, California, here is Showbiz. We saw Tatiana successfully take down patriotic Pam Parsons in the first half, and now Showbiz will take her shot at Liberty Bell Danielle, hoping to do the same. Honestly, this match is taking a sizable risk for Danielle Heathcote with American Powers title rematch with the Angels of Anarchy, just 48 hours down the road. This, by the way, will be their third encounter over the last year and a half, with Danielle successfully smoking Showbiz each and every time. Here's hoping the same happens here tonight.
And unfortunately, Showbiz will almost certainly be carrying the bitterness of those losses into this match with Liberty Bell. Really, Tex, I know you said it's none of our business, but I gotta wonder what would drive her to take another singles match so soon, especially after dropping her last match to Dakota Kai.
Wally, she likes you. If you should ask her. If she feels like answering you, then you'll know.
Her opponent accompanied by Patty Powers from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's an RWO Dual Champion and the reigning RWL Sn Rl Women's Champion. Here's All-American Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote.
It's an old and established rule. The more championships you got, sometimes that means the more headaches you got. And unfortunately, Liberty Bell Danielle is still running around with the Sn Rl's Women's Champion and the Joyce Grable Memorial title, and Patty Powers still has that Women's Gulf Coast and the Ladies Legends title. And they're hanging on to those with both hands, and they're hoping to get back the Women's World Tags from the AOA Monday night. Let's see what happens with this matchup first. Well, guys, come what may, it should be a pretty good second half opener. Showbiz looking supremely confident, and so is Danielle. Well, let's see how it all goes. The referee, Anthony Carallo, rings the bell. Here we go. Danielle swings, countered by Showbiz. Showbiz counters with a couple of rights and a slap and a right. Another right backs Danielle up into the ropes. Showbiz rebounds off the ropes. Got her by the ankles. There's the whirly gig. Danielle Heathcote goes for a ride, gets a stomp to the midsection from Showbiz. And Showbiz. Look at this. Whoa, what a sadistic stretch, but too close to the ropes. No submission there. Showbiz countered by Danielle with a right. A double shot to the midsection. Locks up Showbiz. Squirts her toes to the far corner and hit first into the turnbuckle. She goes. Danielle yanking the arm of Showbiz against the ropes. No politeness this evening. Here, a shot from Showbiz, another counter. A kick to the midsection from Danielle. Danielle locks up Showbiz, sets her up. Beautiful suplex. Liberty Bell Danielle. Stretching the arms. Showbiz with a Fujiwara armbar as Tatiana looks on, perhaps a bit concerned for her buddy. Showbiz finds her way out, delivers a couple of rights, backs off Danielle. Here's another right. Showbiz catches a kick to the midsection. Danielle locks her up. Hard whip over the top rope and out onto the floor. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote presently in control of this one. Showbiz doesn't look too good. Danielle makes her way to the outside. There's a stomp to the leg. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote delivers a kick to the leg of Showbiz. And now into a heel hook stretch on the outside, just stretching her. as the referee allows her to get back inside that ring. Continuing to count, Showbiz counters with a kick to the midsection, swings and misses. Danielle gets herself back inside the ring. Showbiz gonna take the long way home. Stops for a moment, perhaps conferring with Tatiana. Makes her way back inside the ring. Locks up Danielle. Danielle whipped over the top rope and out onto the floor in retaliation by Showbiz. Might have hit her head on the ring steps. The referee starts the count. Showbiz appears content to stand in the ring and wait as Liberty Bell Danielle makes her way in. A chop across the chest. Danielle whipped over the top rope and out onto the floor again. And Showbiz just biding her time as the referee continues to count. Patty Powers rallying her partner in this matchup. Danielle locks up Showbiz, whips her over the top rope and out onto the floor. Looks like this is going to be a trend this evening. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote rallying the fans here in Atlanta as Showbiz gets back up on her feet and makes her way back to the ring. Danielle right there to greet her. Showbiz locks her up, has her up over the shoulder, walks her to the other side of the ring and hangs her up off the top rope. Showbiz rounds her up, starts delivering kicks to the lower back of Liberty Bell. And here we go. Showbiz doing her usual sadistic business here. Stretching both arms and both shoulders on Liberty Bell. Danielle drives both knees into the back. Oh, man. Showbiz gonna repeat the attack. And Danielle Heathcote finding herself at a disadvantage at the present time as Showbiz continues to torture Liberty Bell Danielle. Another set of knees to the back. A stomp that misses. Danielle rounds her up. Showbiz counters with an elbow. Goes behind on Danielle. Escorts her to the ropes. Delivers a shot to the midsection. And gives her the bum's rush to the outside. Showbiz following Danielle on out. Well, this ain't gonna be good. Kick to the midsection. She's got Danielle up. Oh, man, drove her right back into the... drove her into the lip of the apron. Drives an elbow into the back and starts pummeling the back of Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Showbiz fails to connect with the driving knees. Danielle right back up on her feet. Rounds up Showbiz. Winds up the arm. Takes her down. Stomps the shoulder. Liberty Bell Danielle rounds up Showbiz. Decides the best strategy is to get back inside the ring, and that's not a bad idea. Showbiz trying to rally the fans here in Atlanta. But most everybody is favoring Liberty Bell Danielle. Showbiz makes her way back inside. A chop across the chest. A series of shots and a kick stuns Danielle Heathcote. Danielle counters. Delivers the right. Locks up Showbiz. Hard whip to the far corner. Liberty Bell Danielle countered. But look at this. Whoa. Nicely done. Rebound and off. Oof, man. Swing and a miss for Dan. Oh, wow. Showbiz taken down with a clothesline off the ropes from Liberty Bell. Danielle with a chop across the chest. A hard right. And a standing dropkick takes Showbiz back down. And so the momentum has shifted back and forth here a couple of times already. And right now, oh man, Danielle takes her down and into an armbar. Right now, it's all Danielle, but it's gone back and forth a couple of times already. And Danielle has taken quite a bit of punishment already at the hands of Showbiz. A series of chops across the chest, a hard forearm. Drops Showbiz to the canvas. Liberty Bell makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Waiting for Showbiz to stand herself on up, and here we go. Elbow right across the top of the head. Okay. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote dragging Showbiz close to center ring. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. 1, 2, and almost a 3. But not quite. Showbiz finding her way out of the pin. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote goes behind on Showbiz. Inverted dragon sleeper and an inverted suplex. Oh, that's one we don't see every day. Danielle once again drags Showbiz towards center ring. Oh, wow. Okay, quick counter from Showbiz. Back up on her feet. Delivers the right to Liberty Bell. Swing and a miss by Danielle Heathcote. Kick to the midsection from Showbiz. Up over the shoulders goes Danielle. And slammed down to the canvas. Hard. Oh, man. Again, Danielle and Patty Powers going to be challenging the Angels of Anarchy Monday night to regain the RWL Women's World Tag Team Champions. And oh man, this match is not helping the case any. Showbiz rounds up Danielle. Has her up in the powerbomb position, slams her. Oh man, nearly folded her in half. Oh man, here's a cover. 1, 2. But only a 2. Danielle getting that shoulder up just in time. Much to the consternation of both Showbiz and Tatiana. Showbiz rounds up Danielle again. Hard whip over the top rope, out onto the floor. Did I not tell you this was going to be a trend? Showbiz, a stomp to the leg. Rounds up Danielle Heathcote. A hard slap across the face. Up over the shoulders. And Danielle slams head first into the lip of the apron. She is taking way too much punishment for her own good. Showbiz has her up. Oh man, giant spin on the outside. Man, cracked her head on the... Oh man. Showbiz, real aggressive in this matchup. Liberty Bell Danielle stunned. Kick to the midsection from Danielle. Showbiz trying to attack again with a spinning back fist. Backing Danielle Heathcote up. Tried to slam her head in the apron, but Danielle was just a step too quick, and there's a one-arm suplex to Showbiz. Oh, man, this is crazy. I haven't seen her take this much punishment since the cell match with Jody Borak a couple of months ago. Danielle slides out. Rolls Showbiz back inside the ring. Danielle Heathcote moves in. Rounds up Showbiz. There's an arm breaker. Parlays it into an arm bar, perhaps a little bit too close to the rope. No, I guess not. The referee's not stopping it. Danielle stalking Showbiz here. Showbiz counters with a dragon screw, takes Danielle Heathcote down to the mat. Showbiz lifts up Danielle by her throat, hurls her halfway across the ring, delivers a stomp in the chest. Showbiz with another kick to the chest. And oh man, Showbiz definitely very aggressive in this matchup. Well, we've seen her do this kind of thing before, and well, she's just a little bit exceptional this evening. Really dialed in. Twisting the arm of Liberty Bell. Danielle Heathcote drives both knees into the back again. Danielle counters with the kick, takes her down. Liberty Bell winds up the arm, a kick to the midsection. Liberty Bell Danielle makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Here we go, leg drop right across the throat of Showbiz. Okay. There's a flip over neck whip. Danielle around Showbiz back up to her feet. Delivers a wicked series of shots to left and the right. Up over the shoulder she goes. Classic wrestling takedown by Liberty Bell Danielle, followed up with a series of stomps. Showbiz rounded up to her feet again. A series of right hands. And look at this. Gut wrench suplex from Danielle. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Shut up. Oh, man. Showbiz still not willing to collapse here. Not willing to cave. Danielle going for a submission here. Stretching them legs on Showbiz. Releases the hold. Liberty Bell Danielle with a stomp to the face of Showbiz. And here we go. Danielle Heathcote winds it up, and here's the crossface. Showbiz center ring with no ropes to get to, and she is tapping out. The referee is ringing the bell. That is it. Liberty Bell Danielle defeats Showbiz by submission. But at what price, man? At what price?
The time, 15 minutes and 41 seconds. Your winner by submission, Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
Okay, so it's a win for Danielle over Showbiz, but I really wish she hadn't done this match. Showbiz dealt out some pretty serious physical punishment to Danielle, something she sure as hell doesn't need, with a title rematch in just about 2 days. Just the same, Liberty Bell performed admirably here, and maybe if she's this focused come Monday night in Florida, the Women's World Tag titles may very well be coming back to American powers.
I know Danielle loves to compete and all, but I'm with Wally in saying that this
was not the time to get involved in this single matchup, and certainly not the time to be taking lumps from Showbiz. The fans really can't stomach the AOA as tag champs, so everyone is counting on AP to get the belts back. I hope that even after all this, they'll still be able to take down the Angels of Anarchy come Monday.
Yeah, me too, GB, and we'll be right back with more Rwl Sn Rl right after this.
As Snarl continues, Legends Division action up next as the Mammoth Yokozuna gets set to combat the human wrecking machine, Zeus.
Here's one that's definitely gonna be worth a look.
I know you ain't lying.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from the land of the rising sun, weighing 589 pounds, here is Yokozuna.
No, that is not a typographical error. On Buck Morton's index card, he said 589 pounds, and he absolutely meant it. Yokozuna is a big boy.
The guy is a tag team, a big tag team, all by himself, and he sure knows how to use that awesome size and bulk to his advantage. Even a monster like Zeus is gonna find Yokozuna as a high difficulty opponent. The man weighs as much as Zeus himself, twice over. I mean, how do you even begin to approach a challenge like that?
As we've mentioned on past shows, it's obvious Eric Bischoff has been getting the pair of Zeus and the Great Khali ready for something special, and I don't know for sure, but I think this might be some kind of graduate course for the human wrecking machine. Hey, if he can get past Yokozuna, he's probably capable of anything thrown at him.
Yeah, that is one hell of a graduate course for Zeus. This ain't no little bitty cruiserweight. He's gonna definitely have his hands full.
His opponent, accompanied by Eric Bishop, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 305 pounds, the human wrecking machine, Zeus.
And on the opposing corner, here's a guy with raw power, but honestly, doesn't tend to fare too well on his own. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the Great Khali as a tag team partner. He's far from incompetent, however, and if you make this guy mad, I wouldn't want to be you. Still, unless Zeus is in the habit of bench pressing guys of Yokozuna's weight and girth, he's not gonna have an easy night.
Some serious super heavyweights in this match. And who can say, Zeus might very well surprise us, especially if, as Wally points out, Yokozuna gets him wound up. Zeus is double dangerous when he's angry.
Well, let's see how angry Yokozuna can make Zeus. Well, that should prove interesting. Man, he is a big dude. Referee Charles Lucero sounds the bell. Here we go. Double shot takes Zeus down. Yokozuna rounds him up. Gets countered with a shot to the midsection. Shoved down by Yokozuna. The human wrecking machine catches a knee to the head. From Yokozuna, there's a kick to the leg. Eric Bischoff definitely giving a hell of a test to Zeus here. There's a hard right. A kick to the midsection, and a DDT from the human wrecking machine, and he's going for a cover right away. One, but just a one. Gonna take a whole lot more than that to put Yokozuna down. Here's a headbutt. And Zeus mounting some offense pretty early. Makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Waiting for Yokozuna to stand up. And here it goes. There's the double axe handle. It definitely found the mark. Yokozuna rolls on out of the ring for a reset, but he ain't going to get one. There's Zeus on the top turnbuckle. Here he goes. Whoa, man, he took him down good. Yokozuna on the outside, getting his hands and fingers stomped by the human wrecking machine. And Zeus, oh man, he ain't playing. He is definitely trying to get this win over Yokozuna. Yokozuna counters with a kick to the head. A kick to the leg. And here's an enziguri. A counter from Zeus. The human wrecking machine rounds up Yokozuna. Catches a knee to the midsection. And a headbutt that drops it. Zeus back on the receiving end now, getting a little bit of what he just gave. And This match is definitely not going to be, oh man, this is going to be a crazy one. Up over the shoulders goes the human wrecking machine. Yokozuna deposits him head first against the lip of the apron. Yokozuna gathers Zeus up again, finally gets him back inside the ring. Zeus back up on his feet, catches a clothesline almost at once, rolls out of the ring, and Yokozuna's right out after him. Rear waistlock, catches a butt bump from Yokozuna. They lock up again. Kick to the midsection from Zeus. That didn't even phase Yokozuna. There's a German suplex on the human wrecking machine. Yokozuna catches a dragon screw from Zeus. Zeus moves in, gets locked up, gets rolled back inside the ring. Here comes Yokozuna right after him. Oh man, they lock up. Zeus whips him to the far corner. Here's a big time splash that takes Yokozuna down, but he's quickly right back up, and there's another clothesline to Zeus. Zeus counters with a shot to the midsection. The human wrecking machine takes him down with one leg. Man. Zeus, countered by Yokozuna, back up on his feet. Man, these two really going at it, huh? Wow. Yokozuna with Zeus on the canvas. Begins to go, oh, look at this. Stop to take a little bow to the fans. Zeus up against the ropes. And now being choked by the top rope. Courtesy of Yokozuna, who yanks the rope and takes him right back down to the mat. Quick cover, hooks the leg. One, but only one. Wow. Serious battle of super heavyweights in this one. Yokozuna locks up Zeus. And a big time belly-to-belly suplex. And what a belly to do it with. Kick to the leg for Zeus. And Yokozuna working on the limb strategically here, but Zeus shoves him away with both boots. Gets back up on his feet, ready to go after Yokozuna. He's got him. And there's a clothesline, a wrist clutch clothesline. Steps over Yokozuna. Tags him with a second one. Steps over him a third time. Eric Bischoff introducing a chair into the mix. Doesn't seem like Zeus is going to really need any help right here. He's doing not too badly for himself. Here's a shot to the midsection from Yokozuna as the referee removes that chair. Another German suplex to Zeus from Yokozuna. And Eric Bischoff up on his hind legs, interfering here. And here's a running bulldog from the human wrecking machine, followed up with a stomp to the head. Zeus raining right hands on the head of Yokozuna. Zeus rounds him back up just about center ring. They lock up. He's got him by the throat. What's he gonna do here? The human wrecking machine with a hard shot to a very ample midsection. Yokozuna didn't even feel it. There's a knee, there's a throat chop. Yokozuna pitches him halfway across towards the far corner. The human wrecking machine finding himself in a spot of trouble here as Yokozuna drags him center ring. What's he got in mind here? Here he goes. He rebounds off the ropes, and here it comes. Huge leg drop to the throat of Zeus. And here's a cover. 1, 2, only a 2. Nearest near fall we've had so far in this matchup. What a battle of super heavyweights we're seeing here. Yokozuna locks up Zeus, catches a knee to the midsection. Oh man, Yokozuna counters with a headbutt. Sets up the neck breaker, decides to go for a punch to the chest. Yokozuna rounds him up again. Hard whip towards the far corner. The human wrecking machine catches a massive headbutt from Yokozuna. Yokozuna dragging him towards that far corner, and guess you know what's coming up. It's that bonsai drop. And here it goes. Boom! 589 pounds on your chest. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Shut up. How the hell did Zeus kick out of that one? Yokozuna kind of surprised himself. Guess he's going to have to figure out what he's going to do next. Zeus making his way to a standing position in the far corner, catches the turnbuckle face first. And a blatant choke from Yokozuna. Referee trying to get him to break it up. Zeus laid out face down, just about center ring. Here's an elbow from Zeus. Locks up Yokozuna. Hit lock punch. A clubbing overhand right. And another. And a couple of double axe handles for good measure. Down goes Yokozuna. The human wrecking machine makes his way to the top turnbuckle. I suspect Yokozuna has made him mad. Yokozuna reaches a standing position. Zeus changes his mind, charges, running bulldog. Face first into the canvas goes Yokozuna. Yokozuna gathered up again by Zeus. Into a headlock, into a DDT. Wow. Well, that was sudden. Yokozuna gathers him up again. A hard series of rights. Zeus went to the ropes. And a running knee. Catches Zeus right in the midsection. Yokozuna gouging the face of the human wrecking machine. Goes behind rear waistlock, turns him around. Has him all the way up over the shoulder. Oh, man, just hung him up off the top rope. Yokozuna drops a knee on the head of the human wrecking machine. And quickly, for a man his size, he moves fast. He's all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Zeus is laid out center ring, and boom, another knee right into the chest of the human wrecking machine. A cover. 1, 2, and again another near fall. Zeus is hanging on. A lot more than I expected he would. Here we go. Boom! Drops the weight right on the chest again. His ribs have got to be a mess. 1, 2, 3. Wrap this one up, take it on home. Yokozuna defeats the human wrecking machine by pinfall. Let's go get the official time.
The time, 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Yokozuna.
Okay, the only surprise here was how long Zeus was able to hold out against Yokozuna's relentless attacks. I had this match running a bit shorter than it actually did, which means while Yokozuna still gets his hand raised, maybe it wasn't quite so easy as he thought it might be, which makes the win that much more impressive.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you, GP. More Snarl right after the break. We'll be right back.
Up next, more tag team action with Golden, Al Barnett, and Viclaru, the Canadian Cartel, facing the intimidating pair of Rikishi Fatu and Samoa Joe.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Golden Al Barnett, and from Quebec City, Vic LaRue, the Canadian Cartel.
Barnett and LaRue appearing tonight without manager-trainer Riley Flash for this two-on-two confrontation with Rikishi and Samoa Joe, and do not expect this to be a short conflict. The Canadian Cartel, with their unorthodox style, is gonna make this very much not easy for the Samoan power duo.
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 670 pounds, from Samoa, the team of Rikishi Fatu and Samoa Joe.
Even a pair of super heavyweights like Rikishi and Joe don't scare off the Canadian Cartel. Bravado or foolishness, well, that's up to you, dear viewers. Just the same, Barnett and LaRue better have their best game faces on for this one, because just as easily as they could pull an upset win, Rikishi and Joe could, just as quickly, make such hopes disappear in just a few seconds.
Not a whole lot of losses on their tag team record, only having dropped a recent match. This pair knows what it takes to win, and they could figure out the Canadian Cartel and their techniques before very long.
Alright, well, it's going to be Al Barnett and Rikishi Fatu starting this thing off. Oh, man, what a match this is going to be. The referee sounds the bell. And, oh, man, Al Corallo getting welcomed the wrong way here. Oh, man, Rikishi Fatu with a hard right to the back of Al Barnett. Barnett escorted to his team's corner. Rikishi Fatu warms up that arm, and boom, there's a clothesline that takes Golden Al Barnett down to the canvas. Rikishi Fatu moves in, rounds up Barnett. There's a shoulder claw. The referee monitoring the situation. Barnett sweeps the leg, takes Rikishi Fatu down to the mat. They lock up. Oh man, Rikishi shoves him down. Rikishi for two drives a knee into the head of Al Barnett. Rikishi steps out. Here comes the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe rounds up Barnett. Both men miss with their move. Barnett counters with a right. Rikishi watching as Samoa Joe is on the ropes. Barnett with another right. Barnett with a snap suplex on Samoa Joe. And Barnett steps out, and here comes Vic LaRue. Samoa Joe moves in, locks up with Vic LaRue, has him up over the shoulders. Takes him to his own team's corner, bam! Head first into the turnbuckle, down goes Vic LaRue. Counters and quickly gets himself back up on his feet. Moves in, swings and misses. Samoa Joe whips him out over onto the top rope and onto the apron. But LaRue counters with a forearm. Oh man, off the top rope, Hurricane Rana. That was beautiful. Followed up with a moonsault, but catches knees instead of Samoa Joe. Joe swings and misses with a chop. Shoved him right into the corner. Sets him up into the tree of woe. Oh, this ain't good. Samoa Joe putting the boost to the throat of Vic LaRue. LaRue catches a couple of stomps to the legs. Rikishi for two. Watching his partner go to work here. But Vic LaRue counters with elbows to the midsection. Samoa Joe counters with a shot to the leg. A slap across the chest. Goes behind. German suplex. And here we go. Samoa Joe's on a roll. He steps out, and here comes Rikishi for two. And it looks like Rikishi for two and Samoa Joe are currently in control of things. Rikishi all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, man. Well, look at that. Al Barnett spoiling the plans of Rikishi. But, oh, man. Oh, that looks like it hurt. Rikishi for two. Goes back in again with the shoulder claw. Oh, and Al Barnett sure made him mad. LaRue sweeps the leg, goes for the moonsault, and nails it. Vic LaRue steps out. Here comes Golden Al Barnett again. Barnett gets locked up by Rikishi for two. Up over the shoulders goes Barnett. And Barnett also head first into the turnbuckle and sitting out in the corner. Quick counter from Barnett. Back up on his feet. Charges. Collides with Rikishi for two. Rikishi shoves him down. Makes his exit. And here comes Samoa Joe again. Samoa Joe locked up. Barnett whips him out off the top rope and down onto the floor. Golden Al Barnett. A little bit of showing off here as the referee starts the count. Samoa Joe facing like a caged animal, going to take his time about getting back inside. Barnett locked up over the shoulders of Samoa Joe. Hung up off the top rope. And Joe steps out. Here comes Rikishi, and here comes Vic LaRue. Fresh partners all the way around. A throat chop, a left, another throat chop. Rikishi for two with a Samoan drop on Vic LaRue. Rikishi makes his way to the top turnbuckle in the far corner, and boom! Knee right across the chest. He covers and hooks the leg, one, but just a one. Vic LaRue kicks out pretty quick. Hard right hands to the head of Vic LaRue, courtesy of Rikishi. Back up on his feet, and here we go. Oh, man, nice kick, but not enough. Rocked him, but didn't put him down. Up over the shoulders again. Vic LaRue hung up the top rope again, courtesy of Rikishi for two. Rikishi setting it up. There's a stomp to the belly. Followed up with a stomp to the leg. Now Rikishi for two. Gathers Vic LaRue up. Has him locked up. Escorts him to his team's corner. Changes his mind. Decides to take him somewhere else. He might be taking a little bit too long. Head first into the turnbuckle goes LaRue. And a series of shots from Rikishi. Wow. Vic LaRue collapses into the corner. Catches a boot to the chest from Rikishi. Vic LaRue gets covered. 1, 2. Oh, well, a near fall pretty early on here. But Vic LaRue, Rikishi for two. Misses with the leg drop. Vic LaRue locks him up, gets shoved right back down again. Rikishi drives a knee into the head of Vic LaRue. now beating his head against the canvas like a basketball. Rikishi with right hands to the face of Vic LaRue. LaRue gathered up again. Rikishi for two. Catching elbows to the midsection from Vic LaRue. LaRue shoved back down again. Rikishi for two. Has both boots across the face of Vic LaRue, and now he's pummeling him again with hard right hands. And he's already busted open. Vic LaRue rounded back up by Rikishi. And there is a belly-to-belly suplex with a cover. One, but just a one. Well now, Rikishi for two. Rounds up Vic LaRue again. Hard whip towards the far corner. Rikishi for two with a kick to the midsection. You know what's coming. You know what's about to happen. Oh man, poor Vic LaRue busted open and catches a stink face in the process. Oh man, that is just, oh man. Vic LaRue definitely not happy with the current situation as Samoa Joe continues to try to unscrew his head like a bottle cap. Rikishi covered one. But Golden Al Barnett right there to save his partner. Samoa Joe shows him the outside. Rikishi for two. Rounds up Vic LaRue. Oh man, hard shot and a hard kick and a counter and a quick Hurricane Rana from Vic LaRue. Suddenly taking Rikishi for two down to the canvas. Vic LaRue drags him towards center ring. Turns him over. What's he got in mind here? Vic LaRue. Look at this submission right here. Rikishi for two, in trouble, center ring, no ropes to get to. He's going to have to get out the old-fashioned way, and he sure does. Couple of hard right punches to the head. Vic LaRue has to let the hold go. They lock up. Rikishi slams Vic LaRue's head into the turnbuckle. Rikishi for two. Mapping out his next move here and taking his time about it. Man. Up over the shoulders, but Vic LaRue quickly counters, goes behind. Little do the hustle here into a DDT. Down goes Rikishi for two, and here comes Golden Al Barnett again. Both teams working real efficiently. Oh, leg breaker drop from Barnett. Barnett rounds up Rikishi. Hard forearm. Now, locks him up again, catches the knee to the midsection. Rikishi for two, with another quick Samoan drop to Golden Al Barnett. Rikishi misses with the leg drop again. Barnett there to pick up the pieces. Rounds him up. There's an arm breaker. Followed up into an arm bar. Wearing out the arm and shoulder of Rikishi for two. Barnett tags out. Here comes Vic LaRue, and here comes Samoa Joe. Again, a fresh change of partners. But LaRue shoved away. Follows up with a series of shots and an elbow to the face of Samoa Joe. And a quick wraparound DDT that fails. With Samoa Joe breaking it up with some shots. A shot across the chest from Samoa Joe. Vic LaRue head first into the turnbuckle, and he is really bleeding and loud. LaRue locked up by Samoa Joe, goes behind, sets it up, inverted DDT from Vic LaRue on Samoa Joe as LaRue beats it out of town, and here comes Golden Al Barnett again. Barnett catches a chop, catches a second, catches a right, and what a leg sweep from Samoa Joe. Al Barnett down and getting stomped by the Samoan submission machine. Whoa! Beautiful elbow. Takes Samoa Joe down. Barnett rounds up Samoa Joe, winds up the arm, gets him down on his hands and knees. There's a stomp to the shoulder. Barnett with an arm bar. Samoa Joe now starting to catch a little bit of punishment here at the hands of the Canadian Cartel. Golden Al Barnett paying back the favor, trying to unscrew Samoa Joe's head. Samoa Joe locked up into a belly-to-belly damn near center ring. Now here we go again. Barnett winds up the arm and snaps it. He's been working on that left arm of Samoa Joe for some time now. Barnett with a kick to the leg of Samoa Joe. Barnett gathers him up again. Locks him up. Escorts him to his team's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe quickly counters, delivers the kick to the midsection himself. Gets countered yet again by Barnett. Barnett up over the shoulder of Samoa Joe. And forget it. He bypassed the rope and just pitched him to the outside. Okay. Wow. Rikishi and Joe currently in control of things. An elbow to the chest of Golden L. Barnett. Followed up with a kick to the back. And another elbow to the chest. Oh, man. Golden Al Barnett is in all kind of trouble here on the outside as the referee continues to count. Here's a long suplex that fails. Barnett goes behind, delivers the German suplex to Samoa Joe. Joe gathered back up to his feet as Barnett beats it out of town back inside the ring. The referee continuing to count on a stunned Samoa Joe. With this, Barnett breaks the count, goes back out again, goes out after Samoa Joe. Told you these guys weren't intimidated. Barnett makes his way back inside. Wow, Samoa Joe missed with that clothesline. And Barnett escorts him to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. He goes again. There's a chop across the chest, and there's a second. Once he got him out here, another smash head first into the buckle for Samoa Joe. Barnett sets up on the middle rope. He's got, just strangling him with that inverted dragon sleeper. Samoa Joe laid out center ring. Barnett rounds him up again. Standing drop kick drops Samoa Joe one more time, and here comes Vic LaRue. Samoa Joe in big trouble here. He's catching quite a beating at the hands of the Canadian Cartel. LaRue busted open and bleeding and still whipping. Delivers a kick. Another. Samoa Joe catches a boot to the chest. Another one. Hung up on the bottom rope. This ain't good. Whoa! Leg drop guillotine from Vic LaRue on Samoa Joe. Now a series of hard right hands to the head of Samoa Joe. LaRue backs out. Here comes Golden Al Barnett again. Samoa Joe having his troubles right now. Barnett rounds him up, takes him down. He's setting it up. Oh, look at this. A little bit of a surfboard stomp. Oh, man, right to the back of the head. And Samoa Joe might be out. Man, look at this. Barnett sets it up. There's the sharpshooter. Possible submission here. Rikishi for two, breaking that one up in a hurry. Enziguri from LaRue fails to connect. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Another near fall. And this wild tag team matchup. Barnett misses with the rolling elbow. Samoa Joe with a jab, a chop, another chop, a slap across the chest. Barnett gathered up again by Samoa Joe. Back first into the turnbuckle and spun out center ring. Elbow drop right across the chest from Samoa Joe. Barnett gathered up again. There's a super kick that spun him around. Oh, man. Rikishi for two. Comes in on the tag. Barnett stunned by that super kick. And Rikishi for two. Starts to go back to work here on Barnett. Hard right spins him around. Counter elbow from Barnett. Locks up Rikishi, catches a knee to the midsection. They lock up again. Front cradle from Rikishi for two. Back first into the turnbuckle and spun out center ring again. Rikishi for two, battering his head against the canvas. This match has been a ride, hasn't it? Rikishi for two. Cranking the head and neck of Golden Al Barnett, and you can tell he's in a lot of pain. There's a stomp to the midsection. And a possible submission here. Referee asking Barnett what he wants to do. Oh, here comes Vic LaRue to the rescue. There's a nice drop kick to save the match for his team. Now it's total chaos. Now we got everybody in there. Rikishi for two. With Vic LaRue up over his shoulders. Vic LaRue drops Rikishi for two. Samoa Joe rounds up Vic LaRue. Hard whip right into the referee. Barnett with a hard right to Samoa Joe and a hard right to, oh man, Rikishi for this total chaos now. Forget about it. Inverted Russian leg sweep. Face first into the canvas goes Barnett. Rikishi misses with the leg drop. Samoa Joe and Vic LaRue battling on the outside. And here's another possible submission from Golden Al Barnett on Rikishi for 2. Rikishi, with a stomp to the face, escapes the hold. And goes back to work on a fallen Golden Al Barnett. Rikishi for 2. All the way up to the top rope. Here we go. Big time crossbody. Covers and hooks the leg. This could be a wrap. 1, 2. But no. I don't believe it. He powered out somehow. Rikishi for 2. Rounds up Barnett. Hard whip towards the far corner. Rikishi grabs a hold. Oh, massive headbutt. The Golden Al Barnett. Rikishi for 2. Dragging a stunned carcass of Golden Al Barnett towards the far corner. Here we go. Rikishi for 2, setting it up. 1, 2, 3, and there's the bonsai drop. That could be the end right there. 1, 2. Shut up. Barnett escapes the pin again. Samoa Joe whips Vic LaRue to the outside. Rikishi for 2 continuing to work on Barnett. Samoa Joe and Vic LaRue are still battling. Just out of camera range as Rikishi for 2 drags Barnett close to center ring. Barnett charges, and look at this. Tries for the wraparound DDT, ends up in a back body drop from Rikishi for 2. Rikishi calling for it again. There's the bonsai drop one more time. Oh man, Golden Al Barnett's ribs must be destroyed by now. Samoa Joe teeing off on Vic LaRue on the outside. Barnett whipped to the corner. Rikishi for 2 with another big time headbutt. And again, he's going to drag Golden Al Barnett towards the corner, setting up for the bonsai drop again as Samoa Joe continues to tee off on Vic LaRue, returning to his corner now, and here we go. Boom, another bonsai drop, and here's another pin. 1, 2, 3, and whoa, that is the end. Rikishi for 2 and Samoa Joe picking up the win. What a match. Let's get the official time.
The time, 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Rikishi and Samoa Joe.
We said from the start that this wouldn't be no shorty match, and it damn sure wasn't. What an epic battle between these two teams, with the Canadian cartel coming very close to victory a few times, but it just wasn't good enough. Barnett and LaRue sure showed that they're made of pretty stern stuff, but unfortunately, they didn't manage to outlast Rikishi and Joe in the long run.
And the long run is where Rikishi and Joe ultimately wound up picking up the 3-count pinfall, with Rikishi just about crushing the ribs of Golden Al Barnett. Tough match for both teams, but Rikishi and Joe end up with the win.
And we'll be right back with tonight's main event right after the break. Alright, tonight something extra special, a battle of champions in the main event. The Snarl television champion, the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu, facing my buddy, the Rage television tag team champion, T-Dog Tomasio.
Belescu to the rescue. Tonight's Snarl main event, a non-titled champions match, one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by RW of light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smythe. From Budapest, Hungary, weighing 198 pounds, the reigning Snarl television champion, the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Belescu.
Team Euro in the house. Sir Reggie Smythe accompanying his tag partner Belescu to ringside for this thrilling champion versus champion, brand versus brand main event. And it's definitely something we don't get to see all the time. Belescu, of course, is the power guy in this match, while T-Dog has all the technical skills and literally years of experience he can fall back on.
Well, one thing's sure, no question as to who you're backing in this main event, Tex. Even if T-Dog Tomasio is holding the Rage Television Championship.
That's true, he's not on Snarl, but hey, that's my best friend for years and years and years, and I want to see him win this one.
His opponent accompanied by Jay Frontino from parts unknown, weighing 235 pounds, the Rage Television champion, T-Dog Tomasio.
The Dogster is enjoying a resurgence as a single star. Yes, he's still got No Way Jose as his tag partner these days, but his singles record is as impressive as anyone could hope for, and his recent win over the German technician Stefan von Berger to become Rage TV champion has made the Dogster as exciting as he was during his days with Masks Incorporated. You've really got to be pretty proud of your best friend and tag mate.
Wally, you have just said a mouthful right there. You have no idea how proud I am of T-Dog Tomasio and all the progress he's made on his own. Now, he's got this match in front of him with the Hungarian Hurricane, the Snarl television champion. But I think, like you said, he's got years of experience on Tibor Bolescu, and I'm kind of hoping that'll pull him through and get him the win.
What a main event. Both champions from both national shows set to lock it up. And I guess, like you, I wouldn't mind seeing T-Dog pull off a win over a tough opponent like Bolescu.
Well, Wally, if you say anything different, you're out of the will, man. All right, here we go. Rwl Sn Rl rings the bell. Bolescu charges, swings and misses with the clothesline. The Dogster tags him a shot to the back, whips him to the ropes, goes behind. Beautiful suplex from the Dogster. Tibor Bolescu right back up on his feet. T-Dog whips him to the far corner again, delivers an elbow to the face, shoves him back out, goes behind one more time, turns him around. Look at this right here. T-Dog Tomasio with Bolescu up over his shoulders. The Hungarian Hurricane about to catch some turnbuckle face first. T-Dog Tomasio moves in, puts boots to the face of the Hungarian Hurricane. Bolescu rolls out of the corner. Tibor Bolescu counters with a jawjacker, backs the Dogster off. Hard right from Bolescu. Locks up T-Dog. He's got him up in the front cradle. What a powerhouse Bolescu is. Hangs him up off the top rope. Bolescu going for a cover. One. But just a one. T-Dog way too strong. Way too early. 20-minute time limit. This is going to be a wild matchup. Bolescu takes a swing. Doesn't connect. Goes behind on the Dogster. He's got him up and slams him down one arm and goes for the cover, but too close to the ropes. The referee says you're going to have to start all over again. Bolescu misses with the stomp. The Dogster misses with the standing drop kick. Tibor Bolescu rounds up T-Dog in the powerbomb position. T-Dog knows that position well. Tags Bolescu a couple of shots to the head and nails him with a clothesline that takes him down. Follows it up with a kick. Bolescu trying to get back up on his feet. Delivers a kick. A right. Sets up to Tomasio and, oh man, chicken wing suplex from Tibor Bolescu. Sir Reggie Smythe watching his tag team partner work over there. MJ Ferrantino on the other side. My trusted associate managing the career of T-Dog Tomasio. Bolescu with elbows to the side of the head of the Dogster. Swings and misses. Gets tagged to the right. The Dogster catches the meat of the midsection from Bolescu. Bolescu with a whip to the ropes. And a hard, whoa, that was a nasty right. That one nailed him good. T-Dog set up again for the power bomb, but this time he nails it. Bolescu certainly caught. Here's a cover one, but no. Again, T-Dog Tomasio powers out at the count of one. Tibor Bolescu has him up, but look at this. T-Dog Tomasio with a quick escape takes him down to the canvas. Classic wrestling takedown. The Dogster, with all them years of experience you talked about, Wally, winds up the arm of Bolescu, stomps the shoulder. The Hungarian Hurricane starting to receive some punishment here. Oh, what a fist drop from T-Dog. The Dogster takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Here we go, elbow drop right across the throat of the Hungarian Hurricane. T-Dog going for a cover. One, two, another near fall. And this champion versus champion duel right here. Bolescu locks up T-Dog, hard whip to the ropes. Oh, look at this by the throat, and the power of Tibor Bolescu. Oh, what a slam from the Hungarian Hurricane. The Dogster counters with a jawjacker right back up on his feet and into a sleeper hold. Bolescu in trouble here. No ropes to get to. T-Dog locks it in, but a jawjacker backs him off. Bolescu back up on his feet again. Locks up the Dogster, catches a kick to the midsection. Ducks behind, tags him with a right. Drop toe hold into a leg lock. Oh man, look at this. Bolescu battles his way out. Tags the Dogster with a series of rights, and now both guys are busted open. Running clothesline from Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu. A back body drop over T-Dog. And now a spine buster. A combination of moves from the Hungarian Hurricane with a cover of one, two, another near fall. The Dogster refusing to give up here. A stomp to the shoulder from Tibor Bolescu as T-Dog rolls up. Takes himself right back inside. Bolescu right there waiting for him. Quickly taken down again by T-Dog Tomasio. Followed up with a stomp to the back of the head of Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu brought back up onto his feet. The Dogster. Oh, look at this. Bolescu swings and misses and walks right into an atomic drop from the Dogster. T-Dog. Whoa, look at this. Psyched him out. Drives a knee into the head. Takes a run, rebounds off the ropes, and a football kick. And a spinning kick. And down goes Tibor Bolescu. The Dogster covers 1, 2. But no, Bolescu. Definitely way too strong. It's going to take a lot more for T-Dog to finish this one off. Up the middle rope. Waiting for Bolescu to stand himself up. So Reggie Smythe standing by looking concerned. There's a double axe handle to the head of Tibor Bolescu. The Dogster brings him up by his throat and pitches him towards the far corner. T-Dog rounds Bolescu up again. Head-on collision with no result. Swing and a miss with the clothesline and a bulldog for Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu rolls on out to the floor. The Dogster rallying the fans here in Hot Ladder. Here he goes over the top rope. Whoa, I've never seen him do that before. That's amazing. Whoa, turned himself into a human missile, but Bolescu has him up for a powerbomb, but T-Dog Tomasio right to the head says no, I'm driving. Oh, a drop kick. He bent him in half. Whoa. Man, shut up. T-Dog rounds him up again. MJ Ferrantino watching T-Dog closely. Bolescu catches an arm snap and an elbow to the back. T-Dog Tomasio setting it up here. Oh man, what a nasty stretch on the outside as the referee continues to count. T-Dog just doing that to administer punishment to Bolescu. T-Dog rounds him up, gets him back inside the ring. Here comes the Dogster in hot pursuit. Takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Here he goes, a diving elbow that doesn't find the mark. Bolescu gets out of the way just in time. And again, the Hungarian Hurricane sets up for the powerbomb. Oh, man, that is not good. T-Dog shoves him away. And now T-Dog Tomasio stuck in the Hungarian Hurricane. Swing and a miss from Bolescu and a knee to the skull. T-Dog rebounds off the ropes again. Here's a football kick to the head, and there's a spinning kick that drops Bolescu like a bad habit. The Dogster covers 1, 2, 3. Whoa! T-Dog Tomasio defeats the Hungarian Hurricane by pinfall in this champion versus champion matchup.
The time, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, T-Dog Tomasio.
You guys might say it's ego, but I kind of knew it all the time. I mean, I got a great deal of respect for the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Bolescu, but I got a whole bunch more for my tag team partner and buddy, T-Dog Tomasio, who pulls off an upset win over the Hungarian Hurricane, and man, did he go. Did you see those flying kicks he nailed? He nailed Bolescu a beauty with that last one. Wow. What a main event. What a snarl we have had. Oh, it has been a great show.
And that's going to wrap things up here in Atlanta for tonight's Snarl. As always, an extra special thanks to all of you for following our WL. And coming up next, it's the RWL Snarl and Rage Memorial Day Special, preempting Rage this week, and we hope you'll join us. Snarl will be back next Saturday the 31st. For all of us at RWL, Wally Cardinal saying thanks, good night, and be safe. Enjoy your holiday weekend, everybody.